Hi everyone, welcome back for the Santa Maria Part 4 video. In this video I'm going to cover the deck railing installations, dyeing of the bow deck area and hull, plus the install of the decorative side panels in the St. Maria medallion. At the end of the video I have some photos of how I made displays the Santa Maria. After that I want to address the comment that Pavel Nikitin left on the Santa Maria Part 2 video and share my thoughts. Had to take some extra time on the upper stern deck railings. Lots of filing and sanding to get them to fit correctly. After that, installed the inside and outside veneer panels. Then made some adjustments on the V-shaped rail cap and glued it into place. On the bow deck, mid deck, and stern deck railing installation, the instructions showed assembly of the railings separate from the decks and then installed on the decks via the 4 or 6 slots. To me, there was no room for error. So what I did was install the rail post first, then the side rails, and then the cap. This took a little extra time, but it made for a nice clean installation. To recap the dyeing procedure, the base coat of Judah Bittman was about a 1 to 10 to 1 to 12 part mixture. After applying the first coat, if it was needed, I go over a second coat in certain areas. After drying, I then added a coat of Sapili dye, again touched up where it was needed. One thing I was trying to achieve was an old weather look to the hull and some staining around the nails. Please note that these photos are not of the final finish. There's plenty of touch-up work to be done and silver coats of varnish to be added. Also sanded in some wear marks to the whole vertical slats and the rail caps. You'll notice that the nail heads have a shine to them. They didn't take the dye. So I took a furniture marker and touched them up on the nail heads just to knock it down a little bit to keep the shine down. Here's a couple of photos of the whale assembly and the very first coats of the varnish of the hull. With the installation of the stern decorative panels medallion, I finally felt I was getting somewhere. It's been a long road. In fact, it's been 147 days and 437 hours so far. The only thing I really had to do here was add some pieces of walnut to where the panels met, and then to sand them to a nice curved finish. Decided to finish the medallion in copper. This may or may not be the final finish. Assembly of the stand was pretty straightforward, just a lot of sanding. On the backing plate, I put a couple of coats of Sapili dye in varnish. Wanted to create a reddish glow when looking at the letters. Used a walnut dye to finish the stand and left the nameplate for a natural finish after being varnished with semi-gloss. Here are some display photo examples. In the comments section, some of the viewers expressed their reluctance to start this model. I recommend that you do. It's going to take some more time and patience, but as you can see, the flaws are starting to disappear, and I believe will continue to do so. I'll address Pavel's comment next. Okay, let's address Pavel's comment. If you haven't read it, it's on the Santa Maria Part 2 video. He's basically saying that I oversanded, had assembly errors, and I may not understand the instruction booklet. First of all, I would have never have posted these videos if I found that I was wrong. And being this is my second ship model build ever, I double checked my work and then I double checked it again. This model is a complex 3D puzzle. You need to have all the pieces and they have to be sized and shaped correctly to complete the puzzle. In these photos you'll see the keel and skeleton all have fixed points. You can't make them shorter or longer. If the planks are too short, they're too short, and you can't make them hit the profile lines. The first plank is a fixed line. I dry fitted the planks before sanding and knew I was going to be coming up short. I'm hoping everyone starting this model won't encounter these problems. Maybe I was wrong. Well, thanks for watching. Part 5 in September covering ladders and the main deck accessories. We'll see you on the next one.